At Maths Form 4. Topic Coordinate Geometry. Lesson 3. Question. Step 1. We collect what is given. The diagram shows a straight line PQ. Straight line PQ collect with the equation x over 4 plus y over 3 equals 1. We collect the equation. And this is the equation for the straight line PQ. Okay. And then we have the point P on the x-axis. Point P on the x-axis. If you remember your lower secondary, any point must have xy coordinate. Any point must have xy coordinate. And the point P on the x-axis, the y coordinate is 0. P on x-axis, y coordinate 0, x coordinate of course got value. Similar, now the point Q on the y-axis, I go to the point Q, it must have xy coordinate. And since Q is on the y-axis, the x coordinate 0. Q on y-axis, the x coordinate 0 and the y coordinate of course get value. Now first of all, even before we read what is the question asking, we find the coordinates first. Okay. Now Q is on the straight line. So we take the coordinate Q, substitute in the equation of the straight line. Q on the straight line, take the coordinate, substitute in the equation of the straight line, whereby xq was 0. So in this equation, I substitute xq 0. If this x is 0, the whole fraction is 0. And then I take the 3, divide the other side, times 3. I get the yq is 3. So which means our q coordinate is 0 and 3. Next, I'm going to repeat for P. The point P on the straight line, take the coordinate of P, substitute in the equation of the straight line, whereby for P, yp0, I substitute the yp0, the whole fraction becomes 0. We have x over 4 equals 1. Divide by 4, bring the other side, times 4. So 1 times 4 is 4, xp is 4. So I'm going to put that back. This is 4 and 0. Okay, so we have got both coordinates already. Now we look at what is the question asking. Is it find equation of a straight line which is perpendicular to PQ and passing through point Q. It must pass through point Q. I'm going to draw this straight line into the diagram. It must pass through the Q, this Q, and it must be perpendicular. This is very important. So they are asking the equation of this line. You see? So what they ask, the line that they are asking, I've already drawn back in the diagram and I put the question mark. Let us start. So the question is find the equation of the perpendicular line to the line PQ. The equation perpendicular line to the line PQ through the point Q. Now from the notes, if you want to find equation of a line, you need the gradient of the line and a point on the line. To find equation of a line, you need the gradient of the line and a point on the line. In this question, the point on the line is of course point Q, because we want the equation, the line going through Q. And so the point on the line is the point Q, whereby the YQ earlier part we got as 3. So we already have the point Q. So one part is settled. Remainder now, we have to find the equation of the line. Now if you look here, the key word is the line. So we go to the line, you notice it is perpendicular to the line PQ. So the line that we are looking for is perpendicular to PQ, which means from the notes, when two lines are perpendicular, the gradient of one line is negative 1 over the gradient of the other line. So now the line perpendicular to PQ, the gradient of line equal negative 1 over gradient of PQ, which means to find the gradient of the line, we need to find gradient PQ. To find gradient of line, we need gradient PQ. So I'm going to start here gradient. I'm going to find gradient PQ. And you watch. To find the gradient of PQ, I will go to the equation of PQ. To find gradient of PQ, I go to the equation of PQ, which was given in the question, x over 4 plus y over 3 equals 1. And if you notice, the given equation is in the form of x over a plus y over b equals 1. This is equation of the intercept form. It's an intercept form, whereby the A is the x-intercept, the B is the y-intercept. So when the equation is given in intercept form, the gradient is negative B y-intercept over A x-intercept. If you are given equation in intercept form, the gradient is negative B y-intercept over A x-intercept. So looking at this question, so now the gradient of PQ, which is negative y-intercept 3 over x-intercept 4. So we got our gradient of PQ negative 3 over 4. I just write back the formula again, that the gradient of the line negative 1 over gradient of PQ. We have the gradient of PQ negative 3 over 4. So I'm going to take this below fraction and bring it up. Okay, bring it up. Of course, negative and negative become positive. And when this fraction, if I bring it up, 3 over 4 becomes 4 over 3. So finally, we have the gradient of the line. We have the coordinate of Q, which I label XQ, YQ. Now, we are going to use the formula for equation of straight line. This is the formula for equation of straight line. It is y minus yq. Yq is the point, yq. And then equals m gradient x minus xq. I remind you, that the x cube and y cube are the point on the line. So we substitute the y right back as y minus y cube is 3, and the gradient m we have here 4 over 3. I substitute 4 over 3, and then x minus x cube is 0, substitute 0. Okay, so now we have y minus 3. I put in brackets. I'm using brackets because got two terms. And then, of course, the 0 no need. On the right hand side, I have 4 over 3x. Now, the 3 divide, transfer the other side, become multiply. And then, left hand side, I'm going to expand. 3 times y, 3y, minus 3 times 3, 9. Right hand side, I just copy back. So finally, equation must be equal 0. So 3y, copy back. Okay. And then, what I'm going to do, the 4x, I transfer to left hand side, which I get minus 4x. We have 3y minus 4x. Okay. And then we have minus 9. This is minus 9. Okay. Finally, we got our answer. 3y minus 4x minus 9 equals 0 is our answer. Thank you for watching. See you on the next lesson.